Okay, have you got any news?
So I talked to our Internal Affairs Division.
Yes, sir.
And they're taking your complaint and investigation over.
Okay.
So as far as your complaint goes on our end, that's how that works.
Okay.
I have not heard anything back from the city as far as them wanting you formally trespassed. So at
Okay.
this point, you're not trespassed.
Okay.
Location. Now, they may make a determination later that they would like that to happen, or they may make rules that are that could be later on posted or whatever, saying that hey,
Okay.
we're not going to allow this is the behavior that we're going to allow, and this is the behavior we're not going to allow.
That's all I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah.
there's signs for every single thing you go to do. And for them not to have a sign on the skate park and then come trespass me because he decided to make up a rule because he didn't like my tattoos,
Yeah.
that's just, man, that's unnerving. So why didn't they demand my ID that day when I told them that I was not going to give it?
Okay, so I got with their city attorney about this. So the reasonable suspicion that we need to demand somebody identify themselves comes into play if somebody has committed a crime, or we have reasonable suspicion that a crime has been committed and you have committed that crime. So the act of trespass after warning doesn't come into effect until you don't leave. So
Okay, that's why he said that he told me 3 times to leave and I refused. That's why he met that criteria. You see, if he hadn't have lied and said that, I would have never, I'd have been in a lot better spot. What about his body cam footage?
his body cam footage, I don't know. Again, I gave it to Internal Affairs. They're going to take over the investigation. So
Because
they'll have to probably go through the city to either subpoena or I don't know
okay,
if there's a
whatever I got to do, because
Yeah.
that's the reason why he has body cam footage.
Yeah.
And if he's going out to contact me to tell me that he doesn't want the RC car in the park, he should have had the body cam footage on.
Yeah.
That would have
Oh,
complied.
yeah,
That's
in this
what
case, for sure.
that's what the body cam footage is for.
Right.
You know, he can't. Okay. So if I was to be trespassed, would that be only from the skate park? Would I still be able to go fishing, take my kids to the playground?
So it would, if you got trespassed from that location, it would be for the whole Payne Park because Payne Park is
That's terrible.
that's part of the skate park. So if you do, I believe it would be for the whole Payne Park, but not every city park. It would just be that address because I think it shares. I don't think it has a specific address separate from Payne Park.
Okay, I'll have to watch the body cam footage again, but I can't really remember. I thought he said that I was trespassed from the skate park. He didn't say from Payne Park.
I think he said from this location, but
Oh,
I don't know if this is. I'd have to double check on that. So don't take my word for it.
Okay.
I don't think they held a separate because the city has now runs that skate park. It's not a separate entity in itself.
Right. Okay, the day that I went back over there to talk to my witnesses, there's a Vespa in the skate park. I mean, if I
Parked inside.
I got it on video, sir. If you would like to see the video, I have it on video. And the guy telling me that he brings his Vespa, because I was telling him that
Through and drives it on the skate park.
I don't know about that now. Okay, I don't want to lie on the guy.
Yeah.
However, just bringing it onto the skate park should be according. It was. I got it on video. It was all the way. It was right inside the skate park. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it sounds to me like they're going to have to come up with signage or rules that says this is what you're allowed to do in here and this is what you're not allowed to do. Up to this point, the city attorney advises me that it either needs to be posted like that or somebody needs to warn you.
Yes.
Verbally warn you. A security guard needs to verbally warn you and say, hey, listen, this is what's acceptable and this is what's not acceptable. And then you have the chance to say, okay, well, I'm not going to stay here.
Okay. Right. I mean, I would have even appreciated one warning. The guy never even gave me one warning. Hey, man, you got to leave. Oh, you're refusing to leave. Okay, I'm going to call the cops. I wasn't going to want that trouble.
Right. Sure.
Okay. Now, on the body cam, the security guard says, now, per Florida statute, okay, And he said he didn't have the statue on him. It's hanging 10 feet away from the security guard. All the rules for the Florida statute, okay? Now he said it was Florida statute, whoop, 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 like that was his backup. Now, it doesn't say anywhere on the Florida statute that I can't have a remote control car in there.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I've been going to Bradenton Skate Park too. Now, they have rules on there. It says, no motorized vehicles. That means Vespas.
Okay.
I further inquired with the director out there, and he says that does not mean RC cars. It means Vespas, little dune buggies, any type of thing that you're going to want to bring there. They don't want it in there. But he said that I'm allowed to bring my RC car. He said actually a lot of people have been doing that lately. Okay. Now, let me see here. On what I've read, it says if you're going to do paintball, inline skating, BMX, they're supposed to have a certain sign for each section, or have the entire park under one sign, okay, that states you can do inline skating. Okay, we basically talked about that, but it definitely says, from what I found in the laws, that it has to be specifically designated area that identifies all authorized activities. That pretty much in a nutshell says. Now what's kind of weird is in the rules for Payne Skate Park, it says be polite. Okay, that's normal. Don't vandalize. Another normal one. Don't wax. That means don't put wax on the bottom of your skateboard to help you grind on the top of the pools. Okay. Don't snake. That means when somebody's doing a trick, don't do your trick and get in their way. Okay, these are all things that I'm just finding out. Don't hang out on the obstacles because people might want to use them. Yeah. And don't be a baby. And no infinite lines. Really not sure what that says, but it doesn't say anything. Like I'm reiterating again. I'm probably sounding very redundant, but it's what's driving me crazy.
I get you.
Is it doesn't say that I can't do it, and for the security guard just to come up on a whim that he's going to decide that day that
So what our officer was going on was his statements, and like you said, we weren't here for that.
Why didn't?
Right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
There, right? So he was just going on good faith of what the security guard was saying.
Right. Now, why didn't he talk to any of those kids and get a witness statement? You know what I mean? Come on, this is an investigation. You're violating my rights here, and you're gonna go behind the back the security guard up, but you're not gonna check and see if maybe this security guard's disgruntled against this poor guy here who's not doing anything wrong. Maybe ask a witness. Hey, did anybody here? It would have been very easy. Did anybody here see this gentleman being rude and telling anybody that they could not ride the? It would have been the end of it right there.
I get you what you're saying. And I think, going back on our conversation we had prior, when I'm talking to you, it's, I can't talk to A, B, and C over at the same time. So I think what he was saying is,
okay.
Hey, listen.
Well, he had enough time. He had enough time to tell them, go play.
Yeah.
And it's not like we were in all different rooms. All he would have had to do is raise his voice a little bit, and every kid in that skate park would have been able to hear him. I'll tell you why. Because they were all not skating. They were all watching what was happening to me. A guy who I've had great contacts with all those kids previous, and they did not want me to leave the skate park. They were listening intently. How the officer said, is there one witness here who can state either that Mr. Brown was being rude and not letting kids use the skate park, or was it the other way around, and was he being very nice and polite and moving his car when they were asked? That would have squashed the whole situation. And the kids are trying to tell him. They're trying to tell him, leave him alone. He just wants to do his RC car. If I was being rude to those kids, they would have definitely been saying, get him out of here, man, quick. He's a jerk. I
think maybe that was his intention, is that right there, let me talk to this person for right now. You go play for right now. I'll come back and talk to you if I need to.
Well, he could have said, go skate. continue skating, to not go play. You know, I mean, come on. You know, and those kids, they had a problem with that. You know, because I think he told mind your own business, and they said this is our business, this is our skate park, which is true.
That was the
Okay, but still, that is their skate park,
Yeah.
and they would be the complainant, the kids, not the security guard, because you don't like my tattoos.
The security guard is acting in this stead, so he is actually the complainant. But like to your own, that would have been maybe he was saying, hey, right now I don't have time to talk to you guys. I'm talking to this individual. I'll come back and talk to you in just a second if I need to.
Well, you could have came when I left. I left pretty much promptly, okay? I might have talked a bunch of smack on my way out, which okay.
You were heated.
I was heated.
And that's probably what fed into the officers thinking too, is like, listen, I want to get this guy to calm down, to de-escalate, because we teach him to de-escalate this person, and then I'm going to deal with this over here. So at the end of the day, like I said, right now you're not trespassing.
Okay, that's.
If they choose to in the future, they may. But if
Now I'm not going to go to jail or get a ticket or anything, right?
No, absolutely not. We've put in the reports, everything. They know that you're not trespassed from that location.
Oh, thank God. So when I go back, I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
So you can go back, and if they wish to formally trespass you, there is a.
Then they'll call a squad out.
They'll call a police officer. Again, we'll go through this, and hopefully it doesn't come to this, and hopefully it'll never happen. But if it does, they'll give you a form for which you sign, because it is a public place.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that, just so you know, in the future, that will
Once I sign that, then I'm formally.
Well, you'll be formally trespassed until you have a hearing. You'll get a hearing because it's a public place to go in front of a magistrate, and you state your case. They'll state their case and why they want you trespassed, and then the judge will, or the magistrate will say yes or no.
Okay, I got you. So is that once I sign the paper?
Yes, you'll have to sign the paper.
Then I'm formally trespassed.
Until you have the hearing.
Oh yeah. Formally trespassed until I have the hearing, and then you guys.
The judge will make the determination.
He'll say, you guys don't have the signs up.
Yeah.
You can't just make up a rule. I mean, I already got kicked out of the park, man. My rights are already violated completely,
Well, right now, nothing. You can go back there. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. So now,
as long as, like you said, they haven't posted the signs, or somebody doesn't come up and tell you, no, I don't want you to do this RC. It's making this unsafe for everybody.
Right.
I don't want you to.
If the security guard tells me that?
Yes.
Okay.
If he verbally tells you or it's posted, it means the same thing. So if a security guard or somebody who works over there, has authority over there, comes up and says, this remote control car is making it unsafe. This is not an allowed activity here. Then at that point you can pick up your things.
Okay.
Leave,
Okay.
Or hopefully that you'd be like, okay, yeah, I understand. I'll go somewhere else.
Okay. All right, man. That sounds perfect. I really appreciate your time and your professionalism. I do. Thank you very much.
No worries.
All right.
Hopefully you'll get enjoyment out of the skate park.
Like I have been for 17 years. I mean, it's really been bugging my mind that
I think you're doing it the right way, going there early in the mornings.
Yeah.
When the kids are at school.
Yeah. I mean, I've been there a few times, after when the security guard's been there, and he's never told me nothing before, and you would figure that if there was a rule, that he would enforce it right then, instead of, I'm telling you what made him mad was when I told him that I had already been over here and talked to the actual police.
Yeah.
Okay, and they told me that it doesn't say no remote control cars, so you can bring it in there. And then the cop on that body cam, I think it was him, he said, the cops probably didn't tell him that.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, that's why I record everything. That's why. I wish I had recorded that day. And I wish I had recorded the security guard that day when he told me, just make sure the kids are happy.
I can't make rules for them. Like
Right.
I'm a police officer.
Right.
I don't work for the city in that capacity, so I can't make up the rules for the skate park, just like I can't make rules for the.
Nobody can, especially the security guard.
They can make up their own rules. The parks department.
It's got to be posted.
It's got to be posted.
Okay.
They got to give you fair warning to them.
Okay.
So you know that you're
Yeah. I mean, if somebody said, "Hey, man, you got to leave, or I'm gonna call the police," I'm not gonna stick around. I'm thinking he's a security guard, but when he lied on me And we had an agreement, so I thought. And then he called the police on me. Oh, man, I was burnt. Okay, sir, I appreciate your time very much. You have a good day.